Yeah, so the Jonestown stuff in a nutshell is like this. In a nutshell, I mean, you have the People's Temple, which started 55, 56 in Lynn, Indiana, in Indianapolis, Indiana. So it was probably the Indianapolis, Indiana FBI who covered the whole thing up. They would have had the most reach on Jim Jones and the most background on Jim Jones. Um, okay, Jim Jones moved the people down to Jonestown in masses in 1977. And Jim Jones was becoming a little bit unpopular in San Francisco. More information was coming out about the abuse of the children. And Jim Jones had a large flock. And to be honest with you, Jim Jones was a really big deal back in the 60s and 70s, especially in the 70s. He would go to city jails, county jails, and just say, "Get him out. He's with me." And city leaders would get these people out of jail. Young black guys would go to jail. A lot of them probably for crimes they didn't even commit. And Jim Jones would go into the jail and just say, "Get him out of jail," and bring him into the church. And very few black people had ever seen a white man do something like that. Very few black people ever had a white person around them who would go out of their way to do something to 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 reach the black community. And he would go door to door. He was like the old school preacher who would go door to door, come into your house and have dinner, invite you over to his house to have dinner. He took people all over the country on buses. Hell, if it hadn't been for Jim Jones, Jimmy Carter might not even have got elected. Rosalind Carter was a good friend of Jim Jones. Governor Jerry Brown, he was governor back in the 70s, and then he was reelected. Had it not been for Jim Jones, I doubt he ever would have got reelected, because if it hadn't been for Jim Jones, he wouldn't have been governor in the 70s. So there's people today still riding off the political backwagon of Jim Jones. And to be honest with you, Jim Jones did do some good things for a lot of people. Okay, so getting back into 1977, I started researching the People's Temple, and this is the conclusion I came to. Congressman Leo Ryan knew there was something going on in Jonestown. I'm sure he knew about the body doubles. I'm sure he knew about the experiments that were going on in Jonestown. The People's Temple was already infiltrated when they went down there. Then they were re-infiltrated, and there were so many people figuring out what was happening down there. The people behind these experiments panicked, and they set these people up for suicide. They're already doing the white knight suicide drills and everything. So they got the congressman went down there. They assassinated the congressman, which created a twin operation to get the gold in the area out. Jonestown was on a mining. Jonestown was a mining area, and there was a lot of gold, so they needed that gold to get out of there. But besides that, they had to clean up the experiment. These people down in Jonestown saw everything happen. They knew people were being beat, starved, and tortured, killed. There was illegal activity, people getting social security checks for people who weren't even alive anymore, not even there anymore. Very few people got out, and so they needed to clean everything up. What better way to clean it up than to fake the suicides? Most of the people were murdered. So a mercenary team basically went into Jonestown. They threw the suicides, and the people working for the People's Temple Planning Commission went through. They killed everybody they could. The real Jim Jones was already gone. They got rid of the body. There was two body doubles there. One wearing a prosthetic synthetic fake mask. The other one was a natural body double. They got rid of them, and after they did that, the cleanup team came in, and the cleanup team was there to get. So if you were still in Jonestown and you were not like in the insider working for the government, then you were going to get killed pretty much. So a hit team came in there, killed everybody who was already there after all this stuff already happened. Then after that, they reconstructed the scene and told the whole world it was a mass suicide. And so, and I spent years research. There's a lot more to that. That's a real simple rundown, but they wanted to cover up the mind control experiment, and so I spent years researching this stuff. Not even just that. a lot of other research, like the SLA, the Patty Hearst, you know. And as a result of it, I attracted a lot of criminals into my life. Like, you dare to expose the murder of all these black people? You know?